How do I record while also having my script up? Can I just do this? Planet Peterson is a YouTuber, and he just really impressively pumps out so many videos, like 15 in the last 13 days, and that includes Thanksgiving. No videos on Thanksgiving. It's impressive. So he mostly debunks flat earthers, creationists, those types, you know, the best of the best. And so my algorithm, though, it showed me this other video. It showed me a video about global warming called An Incomplete Truth. And in that video, I catch Mr. Peterson in a lie. All 10 of you are about to learn the truth. At 9:45 of this video, he shows a graph of the AMO index, and it shows Atlantic Ocean temperatures. And that's this graph right here. And look at that graph. Like, it looks like temperatures in the 60s, 70s, and today are about the same. So this graph goes up and down, but it stays about the same trend-wise. And Peterson, that's what he says. He's like, look, it shows since the 80s it's been going up, but it's overall, like, it's the same as the 60s and 70s.
The ocean temperatures are much warmer than they were a few decades ago, but a few decades before that, they were much warmer and as warm as they are today. So we see an oscillating trend here.
But Peterson missed something. So zoom in, enhance. What does this mean? It says detrended, low pass detrended. What's that? Well, I'm going to answer my own question, right? Like it's a YouTube video. That's what happens. And what it shows is that Peterson is full of shit. The people who made this graph are from an organization called NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. And here's what they have to say about the AMO, Atlantic Multi-Decadal Oscillation Index. The AMO index is a measure of basin-wide sea surface temperature variation in the North Atlantic, adjusted to remove trends in anthropogenically forced warming. Mr. Peterson, or Planet as his friends call him, has inadvertently used a graph where they edited out the warming trend and just left the oscillation. So when he says it's the same as in the 70s to today, well, let me show you what the actual numbers are. So I used the non-detrended numbers from NOAA to make this graph right here. And it's not what Peterson says. Look, there's a warming trend. Like, there's an oscillation, you see the oscillation, but it's generally going up. Temperatures today are higher than they were in the 70s. Peterson is wrong. But like, if you were listening, you might have said, oh, I just said he accidentally used this graph. Am I saying that he isn't a liar? What's the difference between cherry picking and an illustrative example? Well, basically, cherry picking, you choose a data point and it doesn't represent like what's the real story is. It doesn't represent the general trend. It kind of goes against all the data. An illustrative example, it shows something that's consistent with the regular data. An illustrated example, like, that's fine. People do it all the time. I'm not going to do it in this video, but an illustrative example, that's not a lie, but cherry picking, that's a lie. And that's what Peterson did here. He told a lie. It's not just that he got the Atlantic Ocean temperatures wrong, though. It's important that he did. It tells you something that he did. But when you look at overall warming of the oceans, right here, like, this is all the oceans, it's all warming. But Peterson, he chose that one graph where it looks like, oh, the 70s are the same as today. Does that mean he's pushing an agenda? And yes, it does mean that, yeah. He's biased against global warming. He didn't look at that graph and think, that's weird. Why is the Atlantic Ocean different than the whole oceans? He didn't read the trended. He didn't ask what that meant. He just put that up out there, made a video, called it good. He lies about something. That tells you what his real feelings are. He can say, I believe this, I believe that, but when you look at the lies, that tells you what he actually believes. The lies are going to tell you the truth about someone. All right, so that's my video proving, creationism is true, the earth is flat. Subscribe to my OnlyFans, drop a like on this video, leave a comment. In 16 years, that's when my next video will come out. I think I'll have some really insightful things to say about the water wars.